morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 36 of Aokana,蒼の彼方のフォーリズム. Last time was interesting, but a few parts I didn't like in a sense. I mean, I've complained about them before, but okay. So we just had finished the little semi-date, I guess you could say, with Arika, where they went to the mall and they went into SunaeVN. It's an interesting part. Quite enjoyed it. We started off last time with the finishing off the event with Rika, and then they separated their ways, and then Masaya ended up running into Hosaka, who seemed to have gotten information regarding Rika and Masaya together, which she says she's going to spread, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if that changes later. But yeah, the interaction with Hosaka was actually quite funny. Yeah, not much really to say about it. It was a fun interaction, but nothing much to it. There was a part where she tried to scat out the rival school, not being able to take a proper fig photo of it, but we've soon realized that it was possibly the silver-haired character we saw earlier, and we ended up in the end running into her, it seems. So another two things that I didn't quite enjoy from last episode was quite a lengthy discussion or part about their tests. There wasn't much leading up to it, and there wasn't much during it, and they briefly went over it in the end as well. It felt like more of a filler than anything. It felt like the only purpose of it was to give a reason for the girls to have a party, and Masaya reason for Masaya and Shion to have their own little get together. So I didn't quite enjoy that as much, but I mean, that's what it is. And then moving on to that, we didn't actually even get anything in regards to Shion and Masaya either. I mean, sure, you probably won't get much between the two guys, but they could have easily had some discussion, something happen, or I don't know. It felt like they could have added something more to that part. But yeah, so it looked like the party between Shion and Masaya didn't really last that long at all. Whereas I think the girls' party is going to be a sleepover type thing, but hard to tell since we haven't had any information since they mentioned it. But anyway, as he was going back home, he ran into this character. And I had realized, because I do this sometimes, there's only two characters we have not seen. I thought there was only one. Oh yeah, right, okay. So the two characters are her and her attendant, the person who looks after her. The two people who were in the helicopter when they got out. So we know that this is that person, obviously from that, but so it'll be really interesting to see how this character plays into the story. What's her role? Is she related to somebody? Is this person perhaps his rival from the past? Who knows? We'll do and see. I'm sure there's a reason for this character. That's how I view it. So yeah. So I'm looking to see what's going to happen here. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. So let's see. She isn't very tall, but her perfectly straight back makes her look the part. However, what's even more striking is her pristine silver hair. Is she a foreigner? No, probably not. She did seem like one at a glance, but upon close inspection, I realized she has Japanese features. Probably a half then. Still, the graceful way she carries herself doesn't seem Japanese. I find myself captivated by the sight of her, unable to take my eyes away, and eventually she lands at the terminal and looks at me. Huh.
何か
Okay, she realized he was looking at her. Okay, so it is a lot more silver than I thought. Because of the way the shading was in the picture, it looked a little bit purplish, but I think it was because of the shadow. Ah, crap. She noticed I was staring. Sure, I didn't do anything wrong, but this is pretty damn awkward. I'm sorry. It's just that you looked like someone I know. Really? Oh, what a lame excuse.
似てた私と
Well,
あなたも似てる
interesting. Huh?
なんでもない
She's quite... I don't know if the right word is curt. Like, she's... frank, she's like... She gets to the point and her tone doesn't have a lot of emotion to it. In a sense, it would be the stereotype of a kudere, the calm, collected personality. She says as she turns and leaves, "I look like who exactly? What do you mean?" I just made up a dumb excuse on the spot, so I didn't expect any sort of response. Well, not like that was much of a response. I'm no looker, so there are probably a ton of people who resemble me. Her comments not worth worrying about. But I look in the direction she walked off. Something about that bothers me. Unfortunately, she's gone now. It's too late for me to ask her to elaborate. Too bad. Guess I'll just go home. The nagging sensation at the back of my mind, however, doesn't disappear. So I'm now more leaning towards her being the rival in his past. Although I was really hoping for Misaki to be the one, but... I'll see. The next day. We finished our finals, then had ourselves a nice little break. So now it's time for practice. I want all of you to bring your swimsuits tomorrow. Normally you'd say the reason, then you'd ask that because that doesn't sound great. The moment those words leave my mouth, yeah, they look flabbergasted. Expected as much.
いやまあそりゃマサヤも男だからねいつかこういうこともあるのかなって思ってたけど期末テストも終わったし次は身体測定だーって感じひー発想がすでに懲役者だよまあこんなにストレートにセクハラしてくるとは思いませんでしたね正直マサヤさん
Hey, don't write off me as a creep, and Asuka is no reason to get all sad. I really want to say sad, but more afraid. But maybe it's because Asuka has a positive view of Masaya. Man, they really have zero faith in me. No matter what I say, they always take it the wrong way.
だって水泳 プでもないのにいきなり水着って言われたら疑うんじゃないの普通は。すごいブラック企業でありそうだよね。今日は水着で営業だとか。先輩が何の商売を始めたのか知りませんが、私はそんなものの売り方間違ってると思います。
Yeah, you should have just explained it in the beginning. I swear you guys have terminal cases of overactive imaginations. How am I even supposed to react right now?
私、ちょっとぐらいなら頑張ります。
As expected of Oscar. Are you serious? Maybe I need to have a long, hard talk with Asuka about the dangers of fraud.
海で？
Or she's already said umide in terms of Japanese, that's the sea or beach.
部活をする？
Wow, nice timing. You girls practice that? Yep. We're going to do some extra special training at the beach tomorrow. They'll probably get wet while we're there, hence the swimsuits. That's really all there is to it.
でも、一体それで何をするわけ？
True, type of could have done somewhere else. You'll find out tomorrow.
ひなたくんが説明するの？
No, I actually asked someone else to come do that. Oh, interesting. There's only a few people who he could ask. Shindo, Aoi. Don't think Rika. Satoin? No.
誰が待ってるんでしょうか？
Or maybe the shop owner for the sports gear. But I don't know.
実演販売の名人とか。
Quit joking about that already. Yep. Go straight forward to the day. The next day. I managed to clear up all their suspicions, so everyone's here in their swimsuits.
Oh,
yeah, okay. So it was Shirase. Okay. Don't say creepy stuff like that. There's another guy with us, right, Prez?
Oh, 今日の指導員って店長さんだったのか。ふむふむ、なるほど。こういうタイプのマッチョが一人いるとハーレムに刺激があっていいよね。
Cut it out. Shida-san gives Prez a quick once-over.
君、なかなかいい筋肉してるね。特に体の奥の方が鍛えられてるんじゃないか。俺の鍛えに鍛え上げたいインナーマッスルに気づくとは。やりますね。ちょっと触ってもいいかな。おう、存分に触ってもらって構いません。
Oh, that was him saying that. Oh no, my hand slipped. I actually want to see that in Japanese. Otto, tenga subetta. Actually, now that I know that it does this, it's actually quite interesting. Yeah, that was quite a low.
ここら辺どう？痛くない？少し痛い感じがするが、我慢できないほどじゃない。だったらこう動かせば楽になるかな。どう？ちょっと気持ちいい感じしない？
Okay. Quite interesting how Mashiro is in the school swimsuit.
そこはなかなか気持ちいいかも。
I really don't need to see this. I'm sure tons of people would pay for this view though.
広背筋をちょっと鍛えすぎじゃないかな。腹筋の方とのバランスを考えないと 体が歪むよ。
そういえば最近腹筋の方をしっかりいじめてなかったな。見る目があるな、白瀬さん。
トレーニング機材とプロテインもうちで取り扱ってるよ。
頼もしい。
君の小胸筋鍛えてみたいな。
The two of them look each other in the eye as they go in for a firm handshake. What the hell is happening? Hey, get over here. I called the girls back to me. They started playing in the shallow water because of this weird display.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Big difference between the three. 4, because I immediately counted one out. I know I didn't tell them to bring their school swimsuits, but I'm still surprised they brought their own personal ones. Mashiro confuses me though. She brought a school swimsuit, but it doesn't even belong to Kunahama. Ah. Which means it was the previous school, so if they are in high school, then they're junior high, which means that swimsuit is about 2 to 3 years old, possibly.
暮らしのお店の白瀬さんだね。
よく覚えていてくれたね。
店の名前に白瀬ってついてるじゃないですか。美咲先輩が特別な好意を持っていたみたいに言わないでください。
Quit barking at someone who took out their time to come here and train you.
はい。で、今日はどうして白瀬さんを呼んだんですか？
We're going to practice what to do in an event of an emergency, and he's here to help with that.
いやあ、みんな元気かな？白瀬のお兄さんがやってきたよ。
お兄さん。
So it was funny because the Japanese, here he is referring to himself as Oni-san, which is more of like a. It's hard to translate this, but normally it is polite for someone who is young to refer to someone who is a little bit older than you as an Oni-san, like it's just like Oni-san or One-chan. It's not directly referring to them as brother or sister, but it's more about it's not the right way of referring it. It's about respect. It's more like it is actually quite hard to translate this. I can understand why they didn't do it in here and why they're not continuing with it, because it is hard to do this translation. But anyway, the whole point here is he's referring to himself as Oni-san, which is making himself seem young. Whereas in the girl's point of view, he is more of an Oji-chan. Or no, not that one. The translation would be more like an uncle, like more of an older variant of Oni-san. Oji-san, that's it. They instead of referring to himself as Oji-san, which is more of an older person, not old, but more like in their 30s, 40s maybe, would be an Oji-san maybe. Whereas an Oni-san would be like their early 20s in a sense. So in other words, they don't buy him referring to Oni-san like.
お兄さん。
Yeah, Misaki doesn't buy that. So that was the whole joke here.
なかなかふてぶてしいですね。昔おるわって感じかな。でも、 まだ年齢的にはお兄さんで大丈夫じゃないかと。はい。
Yeah, here she's referring to how he does seem like he should be young. He's still young enough to be referred to as Oni-san.
結構ギリギリかな。いやー、難しいかもね。
And yeah, Madoka is saying it's like just barely hitting that difference mark.
そうかな。自称というか自称ですよね。そんなことないんじゃないかな。自分で言うのは OK だと思いますよ。うん。
And here, sorry if I keep referring to it, but I prefer it in the Japanese than the English one. Yeah, Asuka is saying that I believe it's alright for him to refer to himself as Oni-san.
アスカ、フォローになってないから。ごめんなさい。
若い女の子にこういうこと言われるのってとっても素敵だよね。
Don't expect me to agree. Oh God, why did I even invite him?
君も少し年を取ればこの快感を理解できるさ。
変態だ。美咲先輩の綺麗な目が汚されるので帰ってください。
Quit trying to drive him away. He's here to teach you about accident prevention.
私たちの前に変態がいるとこの先事故が起こるかもしれませんよ。
Look, he may be a tall pro, but don't think you're being really rude.
いやいや、失礼じゃないよ。もっときつく罵ってくれていいんだよ。
Okay, yeah, he is. Misaki's hand shoots up as soon as she hears that.
はい、そういう変態キャラを演じて少しでも女の子と会話しようと努力しているとこが悪い意味で気持ち悪いと思います。
それは悪い意味で傷ついたな。ねえ、帰っていいかな。
Don't go getting all depressed on me. You're here to explain what to do in case of an emergency, remember? Focus. Misaki, fix the mess you made.
美咲先輩に不死だらなことをさせるつもりですか？
How exactly is that indecent?
はいはい、もう分かったってば。5本。知らせお兄さん、今日はよろしくお願いします。
That Gohong in the beginning really doesn't make for a good convincing argument.
お兄さん。お兄さんか。じゃあ早速始めようか。
Wow, that worked fast.
想像してたよりずっと嬉しいね。
Is he going to keep this up forever? Enough of that. Let's get down to business. I see no end in sight, so I clap my hands and force him to get on with things.
スカイスポーツをする人は一応年に一度の安全教室に通うことを義務付けられてるんだよ。
安全教室ですか？
暮らしの安全性が今より低かった頃の名残だね。昔は飛行中に出力が落ちたり停止してしまったりという事故があったんだ。
飛行中に停止？
落下して頭をかち割って死亡あるのみか。
私、そんな恐ろしいものを履いていたんですか？
Oh, he did mention the past.
昔でもそうめったに死亡事故はなかったよ。ほら、靴は左右揃って一足だろ。反重力を発生させる機械の特性って何だった？
わかりま
Seriously?
せん。わからないものはしょうがないじゃありませんか。
Oh, yet that innocent smile tells me otherwise. And you can't help but defend everything Misaki says.
うーん
No, can't let her guilt trip me.
一つの機械でも二つの機械でも能力が変わらないというところでしょうか。
正解。一つは片方が壊れた時のための予備なんだ。でもまあほぼ起こらないけど、二つ同時に壊れるということもある。
可能性とか言ってたら何でもありそうですけどね。
それに試合のユニフォームは救命胴衣の役目もあるから大変なことになるというのはまずないけど、万が一ということだってある。その時に君たちの命を救うのは君たち自身なのだ。
おお。
というわけで今日は海への落下訓練をします。
It's a good way of practicing, honestly.
なるほど。それで今日はみんな水着なんですね。やっと納得がいきました。今の今までマサヤへの疑念が拭いきれなかったからね。
You know, you should trust me enough to give me the benefit of the doubt.
ほら、そこは変態の仲間は変態的な感じで。
Don't go get all... can't read today. Don't go getting all depressed again. Misaki, keep those kind of comments to yourself.
はーい、ごめんなさい。
Yeah, I can totally tell you are. Please continue, Shirase-san.
ああ、大丈夫だよ。うん。
その落下訓練って具体的にどういうことをするんですか
2メートルくらいの高さでグラシを解除して海に落下するのさ。
ちょっと怖いですね。
大丈夫。下では僕とマサイが待機してるから溺れる心配はない。深さも僕の胸くらいまでのとこにするから。
でもグラシを空中で解除することってできるんですか？あ、ですです。地面の近くじゃないと解除できないようになっているのでは？
事故や自殺を防ぐためにそうなってるけど、国の認可を得た人は解除行動を知ってるんだ。というわけでみんなのグラシを解除するから気をつけてね。
I didn't even think about that aspect. Huh. That is actually quite scary to think about that.
国からの認可ですか。白瀬さんはすごい人なんですね。
そうでもないよ。スカイスポーツの店を経営してる人はみんな持ってる。じゃあみんな靴を出して。これでよしと。解除コードはフォールだから変な場所で言わないように。普通に危ないからね。
わかりました。はーい。
訓練の方法だけど、落下地点に垂直に立ってそこでフォール。落下姿勢にはいろいろあるんだけど、足から垂直に落ちるように。これが体へのダメージが一番少ないからね。で、気をつけるのはお尻の穴をキュッと閉じること。変態だそう思うかもだけど、これは変態じゃないんだ。落ちた時に勢いがあってお尻を締めてないと肛門から水が入ったりすることがある。
もしそんなことになったら結構切ない気持ちになりそうだね。確かに自分が生きている意味とかについて深く考えちゃうかも。しっかり力を入れます。
それと股間を両手でしっかりと覆うこと。
セクハラ的な質問になるかもしれませんが、男が覆うのは分かりますよ。急所だから。 女子も同じなんですか？
足から入水した時に水と激しくぶつかるのは股間なんだ。急所とか関係なく単純に痛い。
痛いのは嫌だな。
嫌だったらしっかりと両手で覆うこと。分かったね。それとこれこそセクハラ発言になるんだけど、
Rather than sketchy, sekuhara is more like sexual harassment, so yeah.
そう思うなら言わなければいいのに。
僕だってあまり言いたくないんだけど大切なことだからね。肛門に水が入るって話をしたけど、女の子の場合は他にもその穴があるでしょ。
いきなり保健体育の時間？
つまりその女の子のまさや続きを。
he can't finish it himself anymore. Huh? Why me?
僕が言うとまた変態扱いされるからね。今度こそは心が完全に折れるかもしれない。
I mean, he already started it, so... what a pain. Your hymen.
まさやいやらしい。エッチです。女の子の前でそんなこと言うなんて変態です。
Shut up. Point is, what pressure from the floor could damage it, so you have to be careful.
まさやはエッチだな。
Hey, don't stab me in the back. Look, just make sure you have your crotches covered.
初めての相手が大海原っていうのはさすがにロマンがありすぎだよね。ロマンなのそれ。海の男的な。
Someone really needs to teach this girl a lesson.
しっかり両手でガードします。私も。
さて、それじゃあ姿勢を教えるから僕の真似をするように。これは自分の命を守るためなんだから真面目にやってね。
Shirase-san, Maruka, and I push our way through the water as we watch everyone float above us.
よし、じゃあここら辺でいいかな。
怪我とか溺れるとかそういうことがない限り、2人は女子部員の介助をしないようにね。
Yeah, yeah.
本当に分かってるのかな。そういうことがきっかけで部が崩壊したりするんだよ。
I really doubt that. Still, there's no point in arguing. Better change the topic. Hey, there's something I'd like to ask you.
何？
Why are you wearing a swim... Jumped up to me by throwing a towel over my face. Well, that is true, but...
この状況で私だけ制服とかありえないでしょ。
Why not? You're the manager.
マネージャーだって必死なんだよ。
What? I don't really get it, but whatever. I'll just pretend she means a manager should share in the highs and lows of their players.
最初は誰から始めようか。
部長の俺が先陣を切るぜ。
了解。いつでも OK だよ。
Perez locks his leg in place.
フォール!
He falls, which makes water splash in all directions, almost immediately.
うひゃー、解除されたから当然なんだけど唐突に落ちるんだね。怖いですね。兄ちゃん大丈夫？
なんずるな妹よ。こんなのなんともないぜ。
うん、今のでいいと思うよ。割とまっすぐに足から入水できていたしね。やっぱり筋肉があるからかな。姿勢が綺麗だったよ。
Yeah, now the other ones are gonna handle this.
筋肉の道は全ての道を征服しますからね。
一理あるね。ちょっとその上腕二頭筋を触ってもいいかな。
Do that later.
残念だけどそうしようか。じゃあ次は誰にする？
私が言ってもいいですか？おお、真白勇気ある。怖いことは先に済ませてしまいたいタイプなんです。気をつけてくださいね。失敗したら海が彼氏になっちゃうよ。失敗しません。
Quit scaring her, Misaki. That never happened from such a short fall.
あんまり緊張しないように。無理かもしれないけどリラックスして。
真白ちゃん、深呼吸ですよ。そうですね。はあ、では行きます。頑張れー。
Mashiro lands perfectly. A little bit of water scatters about as her legs pierce the water.
おお、綺麗に落ちたね。どこも痛くないでしょ？
はい、全然大丈夫です。むしろちょっと面白かったくらいで。安全だって分かったら面白くなるもんだよね。遊園地の遊具にも落下の要素があるの多いし。美咲先輩、ハスカ先輩、何も問題ありませんよ。私が自分の体でそれを証明しました。
I feel like Misaki will do fine, but I don't know why I feel like Asuka might miss a bit.
真白がそう言うなら、じゃあ次は私が行くね。はい、どうぞ。
Don't try to be funny and fall in a weird way. Got it?
言われなくても分かってるって。
Misaki stretches out her legs, covers her crotch with her hands, and
フォールっと。目に水が入りました。
a noticeably larger amount of water splashes about as Misaki lands.
あれ？入水の時はそんなに乱れてなかったと思うんだけどね。
Misaki grimaces a little. Is she in pain? Huh? It hurts?
どこが痛いんです？
Oh, she's probably pulling a joke here.
もしかして足をくじいちゃったりとか？いや、そうじゃなくて、その、ね。
What's there to hide? This is practice, so we need to use this time to fix whatever problems we can.
だから、その、痛かったのは。
Saki hits the water with both her hands in an irritated fashion as she stumbles over her words.
その、胸が痛かったの。
I see. Okay. Because the other two didn't have much of a resistance in that aspect. I see.
見比べないでください。変態の上にセクハラですよ。
What? That's not what I was looking.
あってもなくても一緒です。引っかかりがないから綺麗に水に入れたんだなって、そういう納得されたくありません。まあまあ、そこが真白の可愛いポイントだよ。まあ、可愛いならいいですけど。そこはあっさり納得するんだ。美咲先輩が大きすぎるんです。そこが可愛いんですけど。相思相愛だに。愛って言葉が入ってるのが重いな。今度先輩が降りるときは私がしっかりと下から押さえておきますか
Why would you need to practice that? It never actually happened.
まあ着水の状況によっては胸が痛いってこともあるかもしれないね。ぐっと胸を張って背筋を反らせば軽減できるかもしれないけど。
けど
とっさの状況でそこまではできないでしょ。そこは我慢して足からの入水を気をつけて股間を守った方がいいかな。
はあ、しょうがないのか。まあでもそこまで痛かったわけじゃないし。アスカもきっと痛いよ。怖いこと言わないでください。二人ともそんなこと言って何ですかこれ、差別ですか？そんなことないってば。怖くなってきました。
Shirasu-san said you can motivate the pain by bending your upper body back as you enter the water.
わかりました。私が思うにアスカのはちぎれるね。怖すぎます。そんな冗談言わないでください。大丈夫大丈夫、ちょっと痛かっただけだから。胸の大きい人たちの会話は痛快です。
Asuka, get on with it before Mashiro loses her will to live.
別に傷ついてなんかいません。
Okay, go ahead, Asuka.
はい、背筋を反らして、じゃあ落ちます。フォール。
Huh? She must have been too focused on bending since now she's falling backwards instead. Worst part is she's heading right toward me. My reverse reaction is to try and dodge, but the water is slowing me down. Guess I'd better catch her before she crashes into me. Yeah, I was expecting something to go wrong because you'd think bending back would help mitigate it, but if you're bending back and then you're falling, you don't have that posture that the grav shoes are having you to hold you in place in a sense. So if you're bending back, it's hard to show, but if you're bending back with this cursor I'm showing here, you're bending backwards, but then you stop, then your back and your legs will fall at the same time. Anyway, it's hard to... I know, I can understand this situation. Okay. I sink into the water with Asuka in my arms. But luckily I managed to withstand the impact. After a moment, I forced myself up. I stand up with Asuka still in my arms.
危ない落ち方をしたね。二人とも大丈夫？
I'm fine. What about you, Asuka?
私は平気です。すみません。受け止めてくれてありがとうございます。
We're both fine, so it's all good.
それで、コーチの手。
Both my hands are currently buried in Asuka's breast. I'm sorry. I hardly removed my hands.
うわー、ベタベタ。
Beta beta, I think, is cliched, is what they're saying. So that's why they're saying it turned into an anime, which is obviously not what they said, but I can understand what the word by cliche, because I had similar thoughts on what was happening previously, as well as what could have happened in 9 series. There's these cliched moments in these types of series that end up in these situations. So yeah, cliched.
狙ってましたね。
There's no way that's true. I didn't have enough time.
そういうことの積み重ねで部は崩壊するんだよ。
This is obviously never going to happen again.
そうか。 これがマサヤハーレムか。
Look.
ひなた、俺の大胸筋も触っていいんだぜ。
These two. Don't stop blushing as you say that.
はいはい、この話はこれでおしまい。訓練はまだ続けないとダメなんですよね。
体に覚えさせる必要があるからね。
じゃ、とっとと次に行こう。
Malika waves over to me after saying that. What a reliable manager.
ちゃんと感謝しておいてね。
I don't know how many times Marcel owes Malika now. Correction. What a reliable, terrifying manager.
ごめんなさい。私のせいで変なことになっちゃって。
No, it's okay. I don't mind, really.
むしろ感謝してるくらいだよね。
I didn't. Okay, maybe I did, but I could never admit that. Let's just get back to practice, okay?
マサヤ先輩の頭めがけて垂直に落ちたら頸椎を折ることできますかね。
That's a bit scary. Why would you even think that?
私の胸を触った時は報復するぞというのを覚えておいてもらおうかと。
I was going to make a joke, but that's a bit insensitive. I didn't try to touch Asuka, okay? Enough. Get back to practice. Practice goes smoothly after that point. Well, other than those dangerous looks Madoka kept shooting me, anyway. That's all, folks. I don't know why I don't like that one. Focusing. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that will be it. Yeah. So it was an alright practice. Well, we first started off meeting that girl, the character. It's an interesting character, and she does give a lot of thought to it. Like, it makes me think, what is her character? What is her role? Does she know Marcia from the past? Is she that rival from the past? There's a lot of things that are interesting to see what could happen in the future regarding her. Then we were doing the whole swimsuit thing, which was interesting because it was obvious that he could have obviously worded it better, as well as stated the reason before mentioning that to save himself from the back and forth. Yeah. I'm actually not too sure how this will go because there was a lot of words being used that could hurt the video, I guess you could put it in that way. I'm not going to blur out anything, so I don't think I need to. But yeah, I have to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a practice session regarding safety, but it was interesting. And a little bit of comedy here and there. It was an alright episode. Not too great, but it was alright. So I'm not too sure what we can expect next. Just more practice. Yeah, because I know the tournament's coming up soon, so yeah, I have to wait and see what happens next time. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time.